Hello. And in this message, I wanted to draw a metaphor for life, a metaphor for the extension of you into higher realms of being, where you're able to interpret your life in the essence of its form. So, the essence of its creation, the truth of its potential. And the metaphor is, think of yourself as a bendy willow. You're growing, you're thriving. And the branches of you, right, the wispy branches of you as a willow represents your reaches into the world, right? Your whimsical reach into the potentials of expression that you hold as a life form, in this case as a tree. And so the tree within itself, at its core, is very stationary. Now, I say that it sways as it needs to, right? But overall, it holds the bridge between the grounded roots within the earth and then expansion of it into the sky. And so your essence of self is grounded both into the rooted tranquility of Mother Earth that nourishes you and provides you space and provides you growth. It grounds you in, but yet allows your form to sway with changes, with winds, with rains. And at the same time, through this grounding, through this very stable grounding of self, you then birth forth the light that is your life, the trunk of your space. And then within the grounding, you counterbalance it with expansion, with growth, reaching towards the sun, reaching towards expansion and being and exploration, taking up space, exploring the space. And so the idea and the nuance here is that you are at all times rooted into the essence of support, the essence of all life, all existence that is being propagated and held within the root system of your being, which in turn gives you permission. It gives you ability to find that grounding, to find that energy of comfort and security, to then be able to grow into the world, to expand your branches, to widen your trunk, to branch out and out and out and out, and take up space, right? So those are the two forms that are always given and are always stationary within your being, right? Your growth out, down into the root system, and your growth up into the universe, into the world, into earth, for the exploration of self. So two very stabilized, solid forms of being. Now the willow part. The branches are nimble. They're flowy. They're wispy. I would say carefree. They dance with the wind. They dance with the rain. They lean to the sun. They lean to the moon. Your essence in the nuances and the detailed nuances of what it means to be you in every moment is expressed through the nimbleness of the flowing essences of these tiniest branches of the willows that just hang down and dance their way back and forth against the ground or against the sky or against the air. And so the nuances of life come and go, right? The branches come, they grow, they snap, they fall away, deteriorate, become more earth. You draw nutrients from that, and then you continue to grow. So realize that within the stability of your being, within the essence of your core, there exists a life nimbleness that allows you to have things come and allows you to have things go. While you at the core remain stable within your ground, and that at the same time continuing to expand your overall growth, regardless of any one branch coming and going, regardless of any one thing being there or not, regardless of any one person doing this or doing that, your perception of this or perception of that, right? So branches come and branches go, they fall and regrow, they branch out, they veer off, they branch out more, they fork, this fork falls, this fork comes, right? And so your essence should always and does always, in fact, remain super nimble and super adaptive and super flexible to the flows of life. Realizing at the core, you are the trunk and you are the roots. And you see your solidness as you're growing, right? With each season, with each branch fall, with each leaf of coming and going, your trunk gets wider, gets more stable, right? The core is solidifying itself. You get stronger and stronger as these things come and go, as these things propagate all here around you on these wispy little branches. The trunk just solidifies itself. The roots just grow deeper. So the tenacity that you have, the strength that you have to continue to living life is at the essence of your core. The strength that you have is within you. The strength that you have to grow down and to build a solid base, and the strength that you have to grow up and expand and let yourself be known and seen and heard, are all there. And then everything else, the flow, the coming and going is a nuance. That simply is there for us to see, to take it for what it is, to get what we need out of it, and then to build zero attachment to its existence, as it's there for the greater good of extraction, right? For extraction of self into the solidification of our core into the trunk. But it is not there as anything that within itself offers us groundness and stability, right? Each branch within its being does not offer us support down. Each branch is just there as a whimsical expression of your life. Each action, each event in your life is a whimsical expression of your life. But through that whimsy, through the take-in of the carbon from the air, that branch just feeds its nutrients down into the trunk of your core and allows that trunk to be stronger and stronger with every iteration, with every interpretation of a moment, with every essence that is the expression of you in this whimsical form of life. And so what I'm trying to paint here is know your stability on both ends of the spectrum, the groundness and expansion. Know that the branches are there to grow and to offer you experiences. Know that your life's work, your life's expression, your interaction with the human being, your interaction with the plant world, with the animal world is there to feed these expressions into your whimsical way of being, and then simply deposit themselves into more solidness within you. So on the flip side of that, if the branches, this whimsical flow of branches, experience distress, A lawnmower runs them over. A squirrel breaks the branch. A hard wind snaps one on. The core of your being stays intact, right? It is always protected. It is always nimble enough to flow with the changes. And offer yourself grace in that understanding. If you approach life from the understanding of yourself as a willow tree, then you can offer yourself grace in letting the little things go, allowing the hurt to brush off and not be registered at anything other than it's a simple whimsical expression of life. You would not allow things to be so defined and so rigid to where you would expect any one of your expressions, any one of your interactions to be a life-dependent source for your being, right? And one branch of the willow does not hold the weight of your body. It is just simply there flowing. And so anytime we take something seriously, anytime we take something as hurtful or something that, affects our heart or affects how we feel about ourselves, realize what you're doing in that moment is you are allowing that branch, that fragile little branch that is just there to play. It is just there to blow in the wind, to take too much weight. You're expecting too much. You're putting too much on that scenario. And in fact, step back and draw back and see the experience from your core of this is one aspect of things that are just allowing you to experience life. But at the core, this is in no way defining the essence of you. This is in no way bringing forth a definition that you should grab onto and hold onto so tight to where all of a sudden that branch needs to hold on all of the weight of your being, right? Step back, ground in, expand out, and realize that at the core, you're a center. You're flowing, you're growing, you're always expanding and letting your being live. So that's the way I would say that if we all can start living that way, perspective will come naturally. And thus things will be for what they are, and not for what we a lot of times exaggerate them to be. And so draw perspective from yourself as a willow. Thank you.